Many Californians could soon be required to cut back on their water use, but some question if it will go far enough. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee.
And I'm Jesse Pagan. In a marathon 8-hour workshop today, the state's water board gave the public a chance to weigh in on its new strategy to increase water supplies statewide to protect against future drought conditions. CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with what critics are saying, as well as where we stand here in San Diego when it comes to conservation. Richard?
Well, that's right. This is getting a lot of attention. Now, the state's new plan to save water over the coming years has a catchphrase, promoting water conservation as a California way of life. But this is also something that's been a way of life here in San Diego County for decades now.
We're supportive of what the state's trying to do because we've done it here in San Diego and we know that it works.
Jeff Stevenson is Director of Water Resources for the San Diego County Water Authority. He says San Diego has been successfully achieving water conservation since the early 1990s.
We've achieved about a 50% reduction in per person use. So what the state, through their proposed regulation, is trying to do is implement something similar to that statewide.
These newly proposed cutbacks to water use are not as drastic as the rules initially proposed last summer, which many water agencies criticized as being too complex, costly, and unrealistic. Under these new regulations, the timeline for water reductions would be extended an additional 5 years to 2040.
We're really preparing for the long term.
Under this new strategy, each water supplier or agency would be required to adopt a water use budget specific to their individual landscape, communities, and needs, and would then have the flexibility to meet those individual goals. While ongoing conservation is encouraged, San Diego would not be significantly impacted.
We've achieved the conservation savings we need here in the region, so we're ahead of the game. There's other parts of the state that haven't done as much in conservation, and the process at the State Water Board is really trying to address some of those regions that haven't reduced water demand over the years.
Areas like California's Central Valley, where in some cases agencies would need to decrease their water use by half by 2040. Under the state's original proposal, California's urban water use would have been reduced by an estimated 12% by 2035. Under these more relaxed rules now under consideration, the state estimates water use statewide would be reduced by 7% by 2035 and by 9% by 2040.
It has resulted in larger budgets and smaller water savings.
Changes that many water agencies throughout the state applauded.
These changes and time extensions are a step in the right direction towards ensuring successful implementation.
The board has potentially missed the mark with this latest iteration of this conservation regulations.
But many critics of the revised rules, including environmentalists, have serious concerns about these watered-down regulations.
These impacts will affect every living thing that relies on water, including threatened and endangered species.
And public comment on these new regulations will continue through next Wednesday, with the State Water Board likely voting on these rules sometime in July. Now, for more information on submitting your feedback to the state on this, just go to cbs8.com, click on the online version of this story. Marcella?